This week, everyone's asking just one burning question. Why? Why would this tough-talking leader, one who previously had no problem going to war and winning, suddenly fold, emboldening some of our worst enemies? What hope do we have now that for reasons we can't quite understand, we decline to use military force to advance our national security interests? We're talking, of course, about Parshat Chukat-Balak. 40 years have gone by. Miriam and Aaron have passed away. And now, it's time for the Israelites to finally enter the Promised Land. But how? First, they try ambling through the land of the Edomites. No dice. "You will not pass through my country," says Edom's king, "lest I go out to greet you with the sword." Moses' reaction could have been something like, "Watch me." After all, by that point in the story, the old leader was no stranger to fierce fights, and he saw the divine hand help him crush the Amalekites. He could have easily counted his blessings and geared up for war. Instead, he folded, taking the Israelites on a long, circuitous journey, all the way to the land of the Amorites. And when they get there, the Torah gives us a repetition, more or less, of the same story. The Israelites ask for a rite of passage, and the Amorites threaten an all-out war. But this time, Moses marches right through. Israel, we're told, smote him with the sword, and took possession of his land. What's happening here? Why would the same leader react so differently? In two cases that otherwise seem almost identical? Later on, in his epic final speech, recorded in the book of Deuteronomy, we get a thick hint. It was God's will that Israel not fight Edom, because Edom, hailing from Esau, Jacob's brother, are, well, sort of family. Much later in the story, the very same Edomites, sworn enemies, join the kingdoms of Judah and Israel in a war against the Moabites. And later yet, some of the Edomites convert en masse, which is how we get King Herod, builder of, drumroll please, the Second Temple. Because God, the Parshat reminds us, works not only in mysterious ways, but also on his own timeline. Military and diplomatic moves that strike us today as disastrous and inexplicable turn out, tomorrow or next week, or 7 centuries from now, to be seminal pivot points in plots too grand for any one human mind to comprehend. The Israelites, of course, can't comprehend either. They spend the vast majority of this week's Parshat complaining to Moses, much as we complain to each other these days, alternating between rage and despair. But Moses knows better. He trusts Hashem and knows that, though hurdles aplenty still await, arriving at the Promised Land isn't a matter of if but when. It's a bit of eternal wisdom that those of us who feel like they're wandering in the wilderness would do well to remember.